In the last episode of Marvel vs. Capcom 3, The Online Warrior, Dr. Doom makes a feeble attempt to start up his own show. We cover the latest news and updates for Marvel vs. Capcom 3, analyze a few online ranked games. Then we learned that Level 3 X-Factor Sentinel is not your friend and plans to launch Skynet. In today's episode, Max looks to increase his skill using Deadpool.
Try not to suck!
Can you help him out?
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into another episode of The Online Warrior. And just as the introduction was saying, I've been getting a lot of requests to use other characters and get better with other teams, so slowly but surely, I want to try to increase whatever skill set I actually have in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 a little bit by using characters that are outside my team more frequently and actually asking for your help to make me get better. The sad part about me playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is that I've only really played about 4 characters, and that's Wesker, Dr. Doom, Dante, and Iron Man, even though I dropped Iron Man. So what I'll be really asking for is your help during this series, and if you have any tips, advice, I'd appreciate if you put it in the comments section. I'll be thoroughly scanning these things for good pieces of advice I think that I could use for Deadpool. Among other things, if you have a video to post, or if you want to post a video response, if you have a good B&B combo for Deadpool, I'll gladly put it into the next video. And the big goal of this is not just for me to learn a character, it's actually to show the developing cycle of learning one character in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, because as this isn't just a singles game like Street Fighter, it's a team game. And the most important part is integrating a character into your team. So hopefully you can take examples of what I use in Deadpool, and as far as integrating him into my Wesker and Dr. Doom team, then hopefully you'd be able to do the same for yours as we expand our roster's skill set working with each other. But we're going to take it slow. Like today, for an example, we're just going to be going through player matches where I found a good friend of mine that has a really great connection, and he's pretty good at the game as well. And for learning a new character, this is great because you can just keep replaying and getting good at the basics. So now that my little introduction is over, I'm just going to commentate the rest of these matches like I normally would, and if you see anything I should be doing with Deadpool, be sure to put it in the comments.
How did anyone ever enjoy these games without me in them?
So yeah, as I was explaining, these matches are going to be against a guy on my friends list who goes by the name of Havoc. And he actually has a really good connection with me. I don't know if he's in California or not, but there's really little input delay, and as far as how the game felt, it's really responsive, and it's exactly what you want for learning a new character. And I don't think learning new characters against people that aren't good is especially a good idea. You more along the lines want to learn against someone who's pretty decent, someone who knows how to play the game and knows how to play a wide range of characters, which Havoc does. So props to him, and thanks to him for letting me practice with Deadpool. So here's the first few matches, and right here, Deadpool is, I'm going to play him as a mid-screen and mid to full-screen character, because that's what I see the most. Deadpool's jumping medium guns, and then catching them with the upward guns, like you're seeing right here, is probably the most basic thing you could do with them, but it is the most effective too. His mid-screen or his full-screen pressure can be great because of it, and I also like Deadpool because he can DHC trick really easily. Now, the DHC trick, I like to call the DHC glitch because, let's be honest, it is a glitch, and I do think that over time it will be patched out of the game. I don't have any specific judgment against it or a problem with it, but there are some pretty crazy things that can be done with the DHC glitch. And as a result, I want to take advantage of it while I still can, but I don't want to rely on it, if you know what I mean. So Deadpool's one of those characters that can kind of fit that gap in my team really well, because DHC glitching with Dante and Wesker is really hard. It's not extremely easy to do. But here we go. Zero is one of those characters that is hard for Wesker and would be a good practice character for Deadpool. And Wesker's dead, so Deadpool coming back in. Let's see if I can learn anything here. And wow, get him on a jump in. And that's one thing I'm not good with, the timing of his air combos. I don't have many great Deadpool B&Bs. I'm not too sure what I should be doing for raw damage. But yeah, wow. Zero got roundhouse kicked by Deadpool to win the match. How crazy was that?
And it's a home run! I get the cover of the next Street Fighter for this, right, Capcom? Right?
What I like about Havoc as well is that he has a wide range of character sets, so we're going to be seeing a lot of different types of matches here. And here I'm going to be going up against Wesker with Deadpool, and I was recently at Wednesday Night Fights against Tatsu, and Tatsu uses I think X-23, Sentinel, and Deadpool, and he's got probably the best Deadpool I've seen yet. If you guys have any videos of other Deadpools that are really good, go ahead and put those in the comments section right now, because I'd love to see what they do, just to see how they move and how they control the screen. And Tatsu was doing some amazing stuff at the last Wednesday Night Fights, and it was pretty inspiring. I think Deadpool is a cool character, and like I've mentioned before, and I do want to get good with him. And there's things like the Bolo loop that he has in his corner, and other combos that I'm contemplating using. But if I'm using him primarily for the reason of the DHC glitch, which is why he's in there with Wesker, I don't like using Deadpool's wall bounce, because I like saving it for Wesker's wall bounce after he comes in for the DHC glitch. You know what I mean? So if you have any comments about how I should be using him, or if I should be trying to hammer out more damage with Deadpool, I'd appreciate it. But here we go. Here's one of my more favorite matchups in the game, which is Wesker and Sentinel. And one of the more valuable tips I started figuring out with Wesker as far as keeping Sentinel at bay is super jumping, doing the down forward gun, and then teleporting straight down. You see a lot of guys doing this, and it is a pretty dangerous tool. It honestly stops a lot of what Sentinel goes for. And other characters that are big, like the Hulk and Dormammu, it does a pretty good job with that as well. By super jumping, you're not allowing yourself to get comboed on the ground, and you're kind of avoiding those big full screen supers. And then you're immediately teleporting down, where you don't have much of a frame window where you can get hit. So it's a really good trick. But here we go. We got Deadpool back in right now, and hidden missiles with Doom and a Sentinel team is rough. Like I was saying, how much I despise this thing from before. I think I get two characters here. No. Sentinel's weird hitbox allows, if you get two characters into a combo, Sentinel drops out, and the other character will drop out too a lot of the times. It's a huge bummer. One thing that surprises me in this match, I remember, is that Deadpool's up guns, which is fireball forward with Fierce, he does this great angled gunshot. And I don't know if it happens right here or not, but it beats out Doom's finger lasers.
The finger laser!
I was kind of surprised by it, because I didn't think it had that much durability, but to win this game I just dropped down with Deadpool and activated Hyper, and that was it.
Dude!
So here's another team variation. So we got Sentinel, Phoenix, and Hagar. And right at the start of that match, you saw me use jab, jab, jab to start a combo. I learned this from the SRK tips guide, the beginner's guide for Deadpool. And if you guys want some immediate information about him, go to the SRK, I think it's Marvel vs. Capcom 3 wiki. And they have a great beginning guide for Deadpool that Tragic and Keats and a bunch of other guys like James Chen worked on. That's where I got a lot of my tips from initially. And that jab, jab, jab is one of those things that stops a lot of offense when characters are coming in and jumping at you. I've done it a couple of times before, but I was surprised that a lot of guys' crazy offense, when they're coming in at you, these cheesy little looking jab, jab, jab will catch them mid-air and hold them and allow you to follow up with a full combo. It's pretty damn cool. But if there's other basic tips like that you know, as far as just handling Deadpool, because one of the things when you're learning a character, one of the most important elements is learning how to be mobile with them, learning how to move around and what to do with situations like that. But as we see right here, I'm against a Phoenix team. I probably should have went about tagging in Phoenix a lot earlier, but I was more probably consumed with getting some precious Deadpool time in. But right now, Hagar is going up against me. And I've learned my lesson against playing against Hagar. So, like, in the past, I used to just fight him like head on and not worry. You don't want to do that. Hagar's got so much priority when it comes up close, as far as like frame advantage and the pipe. Oh my god, the pipe. You don't want to fight him up close. You have the options to keep him away, which Deadpool and Doom and even Wesker, they have. Just play him at a distance. Like, do not go fight Hagar, especially if he's in level 3 X Factor. It's the stupidest thing. You'll wish you never did it. But now Phoenix is in, and Dr. Doom is the only one I have left, and I might perhaps be able to keep some zoning with Phoenix. And oh, I catch two characters. Does Sentinel die? Nope, he doesn't. Oh yeah, he does. He's out. So Here we go, Dr. Doom. Can you help me out here? We can do this. I try to get him with this little bug where you can poke him with a jab at the beginning and then grab them immediately as they land, but it didn't work. And X Factor level 3 Phoenix, I got chipped to hell. So, another good example on these Phoenix games, and as everyone says, snap her in early, because if you don't, you'll miss the opportunity. And here's another interesting team where he's using Magneto, Sentinel, and Zero. I'm pretty sure this is Marn's team, actually. And Magneto as a keep-away character is really rough. If someone plays Magneto for the purpose of keep-away, they have the option to rush down at any time they want. And I'm trying to learn with Deadpool right here, how do I treat this? Like, how do I actually fight against this? Because there's a way to do it. I've tried to rush Deadpool's down before, and I would get murdered. But I dropped 2 character combos again because of Sentinel. But here we go. If I'm able to somehow begin a little bit of offense like that, of course it doesn't grab Sentinel. Magneto is one of those guys that can have such a good distance game. He can be so effective if you throw in the hyper grab every once in a while, and you start throwing out pulsar blasts. Man, the guy's too good. I just wish I was better with him. But here we go. Wesker's gonna get smacked by the grabby squeege, and follows up for a pretty good fly mix-up, and Wesker's down as hell, and Deadpool's back. So if Deadpool can potentially keep Magneto at bay for a little while, and if I can maybe chip damage him, nope, he pulls in Zero, which isn't so bad. So here we go, Deadpool against Zero. I'm a little worried about this because I don't know how well Deadpool handles pressure. Of course, throwing out a guns hyper is one way to keep people off you, but it's another way to waste meter really fast as well. And I really like the double jump with Deadpool in situations like that where you're about to get frame trapped by Zero underneath the Sentinel drones. The double jump helps out a ton, as it allows you to just quickly hop over the remaining drones. And using what's one tip I know is that hit confirming full screen guns into hyper isn't the most damage in the world, but it's pretty effective against characters that have low health, like Magneto or Zero, for example. So that's one thing I've been trying to incorporate. Another thing I've been trying to think about using more is his overhead, and understanding how your team combos work best after the overhead, you know what I mean? So if you have an air combo afterwards, do you go down for another remaining launcher, or do you just finish it up the top and go for the DHC trick? So some stuff I'm trying to learn right from the get-go. Can I get out of this? Maybe? I think I just want to DHC Deadpool in. Yep, that'll do it. So here comes Deadpool, coming to save the day, goofy bastard. And let's see, anime power-up time. And this is one thing I learned how to combat Magneto's repulsor blasts, is to jump up with light guns as they angle towards Magneto. And they do pretty good chip damage, and they result in Magneto not being able to do much unless he does a hyper jump prediction and is able to hit you in the air. But now we're all out of X Factor, and I'm able to grab Magneto in a combo and take him down. Here we go, once up against Sentinel. Oh, I do my basic bread and butter. And I don't think I can DHC trick into anything, really. Oh, I don't have the meter to do so. But Sentinel and... yeah, time runs up, but Sentinel and Deadpool, I think Deadpool takes that match pretty hard, because if you do a couple of ground guns and then follow up with an upward gunshot, it's really hard for Sentinel to get in.
Takes a licking and keeps on. Guess not.
Wait a minute. I hit First Lord?
Max!
No, I sent you home!
I know you did, Max. I know you did. But I'm back, and he's coming. Wesker.
Great Scott!
Max! You gotta get up, Max! Max! You gotta find him! You gotta get him! You gotta finish your beers, Max! Wake up! Come back to me! Richard!